Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 23rd to the rest of the month, to October 31st. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Virgo. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So Virgo, I hope you're excited. We're here. We're here at the major full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. Listen, Virgo, I hope you're sitting down for this because your life is changing in a major way. Out of all the signs, you know, the North Node moved into Aries earlier this summer. That's going to be there for about a year and a half. And that's probably a sign right there to really pay attention to that. And then I'm also going to mute my computer so you don't hear any more beeps. And that is all about transformation. Okay. It's all about transformation. Now we know that this entire week we are, I'm going to tell you, we move into Scorpio season this week. All right. So why is this a big thing? Is because Mars is in Scorpio and Mercury's in Scorpio as well. That's a lot of intensity. This is a lot of intensity around intimacy, around power, around transformation, around money. But back to the nodes. We're ending. This is the last eclipse in Taurus. If I did a video on eclipses, if you want to watch that, I'll leave the link up somewhere, maybe at the end of the video, but it'll give you a little bit more clarity in this, what these eclipses are, but they happen in pairs and they happen in a series. So this is the last eclipse in Taurus. This is the last eclipse that we've had a bunch, okay? For the past year and a half in Taurus and Scorpio, all right? So we're concluding something now. We're concluding something big, okay, in your life. And for a lot of y'all, it can have to do, what's really interesting, because I look at what's going on for Virgos, and I was like, this is really interesting because there's like kind of like a really big shift with your spirituality, but also education. Like you could be finishing up school, you could be starting school, all right? Because this eclipse is conjuncting Jupiter. Jupiter's in Taurus. That's your ninth house, okay, of spirituality and higher education, but it's also long distance travel and publishing. So some of y'all could be really hyper focused on books that you're writing right now. But in any case, it's almost like there's an area of your life in those matters, especially travel, that could be coming up, and it could continue to be a thing for a while. Remember, eclipses, this is just the point of the eclipse. This eclipse you're going to feel for like a year. Remember, they're really connected to these nodal shifts. So the North Node and the South Node both moved into your 8th house and 2nd house respectively. These are the two money houses in the zodiac wheel. So there's going to be this big emphasis on money for y'all. Okay. So keep that in mind, even other people's money. But at the end of the day, the 8th house is it's ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio's ruling planet is Pluto. And as we know, Pluto went direct. And as we know, we're in Scorpio season. There's all that intensity, and Scorpio rules the 8th house. So you're going through a big transformative week, but also a big transformative year. Okay, big transformative year. Now, like I said, Sun enters Scorpio on Monday, on the 23rd, on the 24th. The Sun is going to trine Saturn. We absolutely love this. I would really encourage you. Listen, Virgos, there's a lot of y'all who probably from the beginning of the year, and if you haven't yet, you will feel it. A lot of emphasis on partnerships, okay? Because Saturn is in Pisces. Saturn did move into Pisces earlier this year. It's going to be there for the next 2 years, okay? That's your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. What's happening now is you're just taking them a little bit more seriously, okay? This is work, career, love, romance. You're probably just really, really maybe have had some moments, but this is a great trine. So if you are single, Saturn is, the planet of responsibility, the planet of tough love, but it brings this longevity energy, okay? It brings this, in it to win it, commitment energy. So I really love this. And some of y'all could just get, be recognized or just be really diligent, really like laser focus on your goals. Now, the big thing this week, the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, that's going to happen on Saturday on the 28th, okay? If you, the 29th, depending on where you live, okay? But here in the North America, the 28th. So this is a pretty high energy eclipse, okay? Again, Taurus just naturally is, rules the second house, okay? And so that is all about comfort. It's all about stability. But again, finances is going to be a big thing. There could be some activity in terms of a lot of y'all moving toward new jobs, or maybe there's something with like your income stream, maybe supplementing it in some way. But there is going to be something there. It's also, remember, I said comfort, stability, self-worth, self-value, a lot of that. Okay. So there could be a lot of y'all releasing like low energy frequencies, or, like demons or things that have like haunted you. Okay. Things that have been like really, really hard on you in the past. It's like letting that go now. You're ascending. Okay. You've got to take action though. Remember that even though eclipses can eclipse things out of your life, whether it's people, whether it's situations, you still have to take action. You still want to be, have some say in your destiny, don't you? Right. So again, this is a pretty wild eclipse, especially because it is happening while all this activity is in Scorpio. That makes it really intense. But I do love the fact that it is, we have a really great Earth trine, okay, like a grand trine. We have Venus in your sign. Don't forget that. Take advantage of that. Venus, love, and money, right? Creativity as well. Uranus is in Taurus, and then Pluto is in Capricorn. I honestly, I love this eclipse. It may be hard for a lot of people though. That's, eclipses, remember, they're just full moons, but like full moons. Okay. Did you like that? Anyway, they have a lot of power, and their energies last for a long time. All right. So remember, things are illuminated during full moons. All right. But also a lot of truth is revealed. But again, they are, emotions are heightened, and, it's going to be one of those moments, but it is your time to break free. Okay. It's your time to break free. This is it's all about transformation. This is all about having big realizations. Like, your belief system is going to be a big thing here. It's going to be a big thing here. Are you happy? Are you happy with your job? Are you happy in a relationship? Do you want to pursue something new? If you're happy in a relationship, what is that spark that you want to take it to the next level? You may have a lot of big questions around this time. I'm not going to lie, but this is your time. Remember, all about transformation, but radical transformation, radical changes, okay? And you may see it just gradually, okay? This is your Sandra D moment, by the way. This is, I went there, okay? You were Sandy, right? The end of Grease, when she comes out in the biker wear or whatever, and this is who she is now, okay? She knows what she wants, all right? So this is you. You take advantage of this. Now, the other thing that's happening is like this week is, it really will build your confidence. I feel like you may be a lot more vocal this week as well, considering all the Scorpio activity in your third house, which is communication. Mars and Mercury will oppose Jupiter, but these are great because all it's doing is making you more confident. All right. So I really like that for you. So keep that in mind. Things will be illuminated. Things are coming to a culmination, but you have all this confidence that's really driving you. Now on the 29th, all right, Mercury will conjunct Mars. I love this. I absolutely love this. Just be careful. Again, this is one of those, it's our second conjunction for the month, actually, and this is just, again, you could just feel that you're just brilliant ideas. All right. And they could come after, whatever may have happened during the eclipse. Keep in mind, we did also have a solar eclipse that happened 2 weeks ago. All right. So This is a lot of energy that's happening throughout October. All right. So on this day, Mars is conjuncting Mercury. Remember, Mars is really aggressive. All right. And they're both in Scorpio, which is really intense. So it is a day, like, be careful about, the way that you do communicate. All right. I know Virgos, y'all always get your way. My mom's a Virgo. I say it all the time. I'm a Virgo moon. I get it. I get it. You can't have an argument with a Virgo. They're always right. Now, on Halloween, if you live in the East neck of the woods on the 31st, Venus trining Uranus. I absolutely love this. I 1000% love this. You're going to love this. This is a great day. Uranus is all about breakthroughs. It's all about innovation as well, and the unexpected. So, hey, go out there. You're going to see some crazy, fun Halloween costumes. You may even have some of your own. It's something just really cool, really fun and interesting. But it is a day like, in general, you could hear some surprising, unexpected news today. Okay. With matters of love. Okay, matters of money, or even just you. Okay, because remember, Venus is in your sign, so again, a lot of like identity, right? Like who you are. Like it's just a feel good day. It's a feel good day for sure. And I want you to go out there. And I want you to socialize, because you just never know who you'll meet. You'll never know what's going to happen. All right, and this is a very auspicious aspect, so it is a really good time to take advantage of it. All right, because it's again you putting in all that effort, all right, taking action for your path. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Virgo, this is again for Virgo and Virgo rising. If you know your birth chart, feel free to read for your Venus, your moon. I actually this week would recommend both, right, because Venus is in your sign and not for much longer too, so really take advantage of the fact that Venus is in your sign. The other thing is, because it is a full moon lunar eclipse, I would read for your moon. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Virgo, let's see what's going on for you for this week. October 23rd to the 31st, the big week of the full moon lunar eclipse. Now, like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Virgo, and this week I will, because it is a lunar eclipse is a big week. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, Virgos, it is very clear as day here that this week, some of y'all are going to be ending relationships, okay? And it seems like you're doing it because it's the best thing for you. And it looks mutual for a lot of y'all. And anytime I say relationship, partnership, that is really like, unless I specify, it's like work, career, business, enterprise. It could also be love or romance. It really could be even with a friend too, actually could be like a thing. But anyway, let's get started. You got the Two of Swords. All right, so very interesting here, because the Two of Swords attributed to moon in Libra. You even see the moon in the background. Now this is really interesting. You remember, we did have that new moon solar eclipse in Libra. And remember, I said Libra is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So a lot of y'all could have had these big moments of like, is this relationship making me happy? Is this partnership making me happy? Is this job making me happy, or whatnot? So that could have been a big thing where you really had to go within, really have to trust your intuition, right? It is a moon we're talking about here, all that intuitive energy. But for a lot of y'all, even if it's not partnerships or relationships, there's some decision. There's some decision where it may have been really emotional for you, that, well, the Two of Swords came up in your past, and so it really depends on when you watch this reading. So it could also still be yet to come, where you really, really need to go within and really make a choice or make a decision or really think about something in terms of your path forward. Now, you did get Temperance, okay? Very interesting here. Very interesting because you remember last week's reading? Yeah. So it was in your external this archangel was in your external factors area. Now it's in the heart of your spread. And so it really is like a big deal now. So listen, when temperance comes up, it really is saying if there are things that you're trying to force, it may not be working for you. Okay. If there's things that are, it really is all about that balance. It really is all about, mind, body, spirit, having that alignment, a very spiritual card. Really trusting your intuition again is a big message that comes with this card, but it really is like that balance energy makes all that difference. So having that self-restraint, having that self-control in terms of knowing the things that you want are going to come and the things that you are manifesting are going to happen, and not freaking out if things are not right now. Have that patience. Okay, have that patience and just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the fact that you have Venus in your sign right now, and take advantage of that. And if there are some things what have been like really, really heavy for you, it's it really, really, really don't let it. I'm going to show you something here. Temperance, formerly known as the alchemist, right? Temperance, etymological root, temporare. Actually, we're going way back to Latin, meant to mix. It's why this archangel was the alchemist. All right, so it's mix. It's like if you're cooking something, you have to have the perfect measurement of ingredients for the perfect outcome. Okay, so that balance in your external world within, for sure, but in your external world is really important too. Okay, so ask yourself this week: am I spending too much time focusing on something that is where I shouldn't be putting all that focus, right? Maybe it's like you are working way too much, not paying attention to your relationship, or you are, spending way too much time binging The Simpsons, not getting any work done. Find that balance in your life, okay? Find that balance in your life, but also enjoy life. Don't let things stress you out right now. It really is like a big thing for you, okay? Really just like enjoy the ride. Just it's like if you think that it's almost like the biggest message coming through for me is like a lot of y'all are questioning it. Am I doing the right thing? Okay. One of the reasons why is because you did get the Lovers in your challenge area. So with coming after the Two of Swords with Temperance in the heart of your spread, Temperance is attributed to Sagittarius. Okay. As we know, Sagittarius rules your fourth house. Okay. That's your domestic sector. So there could be some energy around there, activity around there. And yes, that does include partners. Okay. So keep that in mind. There may be something that you feel like overwhelmed with this week, and it could be like, again, there's a lot of like intensity this week. Just take a deep breath. You're going to be good. Have those moments that just alignment, right? Mind, body, spirit, and you're going to be fine. But it does look like some of the decision that you're going to have to make will be relationship wise, because you do have the Lovers in your challenge area. So there could be I'm not going to lie, a parting of ways with someone or something, or, that's what this eclipse is doing. Like I said, we're ending something, okay? Ending one chapter of your life, moving on to the next chapter of life, which is gonna be in your eighth and like a lot of attention with you just having this big transformation. Let's leave it at that. But again, you did get the Knight of Cups in your crown, so yeah, there is a sense of big like relationships here, okay? There's a big thing about relationships. One of the other reasons why is because, well, the Knight of Cups is like the knight in shining armor, right? The Mr. Romance. He's a big dreamer, and very relationship related. Okay, with this card, look at him extending the cup. He wants to share it with somebody. And so it looks like that's something that you want to do, is like share experiences with someone else. And even like some of y'all may have come into new relationships as well, or in career as well. But even still, if any of that is not a matter for you, it really is, Knight of Cups is, it's just what's going to fill your cup. What is going to emotionally fulfill you. All right. It may be a thing. Okay. You may have a lot of thoughts about that. Like, what's next for me? All right. So it doesn't have to include partnerships and relationships, but when you look at your entire spread here, it may be a big theme for a lot of Virgos. Okay. It could just be also something like a pastime or something that you've outgrown. But Knight of Cups, he's Pisces. Actually, even you see the fish, okay, on his armor. Remember what I said, Saturn and Pisces, your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. And so the Knight of Cups came up in your crown. And then remember I said all that Sagittarius energy that's coming through. Well, now you got the Ten of Cups, which is like happy couple, happy family, happy life, happy home. Remember, fourth house is your home, right? Your home sector, domestic sector, family, children, but also, your partner. But even still, that coming up in the root of your spread, the bigger message coming here is like, there's almost like, something that, again, something is ending. 1-0, by the way, it's a 10, so 1-0 equals one, new beginning. It's almost like there's this next, like, what's next? It's like you have some big questions. You're gonna have some big questions this week, and a lot of it will have to do with partnerships, relationships, but also even like in your domestic environment. It could be a big thing. And we are, entering Sagittarius season next month anyway. And then we do have that new moon in Sagittarius. And there's a lot happening where you're going to have a lot more activity at home. But you do have the Queen of Cups in your future. So I really love that. Okay. A lot of intuitive energy that comes with the Queen of Cups. She is the most loving queen. Okay. I say it all the time. She knows the name of everybody in her kingdom, all right? It doesn't matter if it's the emperor. It doesn't matter if it's a farmer. That's how loving she is, okay? She cares about everybody, but there's a lot of self-love here too. A lot of self-love here too. Now, the other interesting thing, Queen of Cups is Cancer, okay? Cancer is the native ruler of you guessed it, fourth house. Your domestic. So a lot of home family stuff happening here that could be on your mind. All right. But I really do like this. She is very intuitive. And there's just so much love with the Queen of Cups, so much nurturing. She has that nurturing soul, but it looks like whatever decision you make, as long as you're not like freaking out about it, you're going to be fine. And whatever decision you make or whatever happens, the transformation that is happening in your life, wow, it's going to be great. Okay? It's going to be great. You got the Nine of Cups. So, you're good. In your future, Nine of Cups, this is the wish come true card. This is, at the end of the day, it's a card of satisfaction. It's the card of fulfillment, okay? Very positive energy here. You see the cups aligned over his head. That's a lot of enlightenment. You can see him sitting there like a genie in a bottle. Right? He's sitting like a genie. Anyway, you're good. It is the wish come true card. It looks like there's something that you really want. It may be, there definitely is going to be something where it could be really challenging for you this week, in a way where it's almost like finding the right time to do something, finding the right time to say something. It's that balance energy. You're going to have big questions. You also see, I'm going to show you one more thing just with the temperance card. You see your foot in the water, foot in the land. I mean, that really is, it kind of is that connection between like possibility and like your reality, right? So it's saying once again, like, what is that balance? What is that balance I need between both? Okay, this is really like the collective subconscious. I'm not gonna get too into it, but it really is just you. It feels like you're testing the waters on something too. But even still, there's a big change that's happening in your life, and a lot of it is going to be partnerships and relationships. But in the end, it's the best thing for you, whatever you decide, as long as it is something, as long as you being your authentic self. Okay, now let's get to your stuff. Virgo, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you. So I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. And let's see what's going on for y'all. Oh, yeah. Are you sitting down, Virgo? Let me give you a second to sit down. I got some news for you. I got some news for you. All right. So, Seven of Pentacles. You're going to have to make that decision. You're going to have to make that decision. It may be hard. It may be hard. There is going to be something that you're going to have to decide. And it could be something, again, that does happen. Again, if eclipses eclipse things out of our lives as well. So it could be something that comes up that's just like, whoa, what? But in the end, look at him looking back at all his pentacles. Do you see a smile on his face? I don't. He's a little exhausted. He's a little just like, okay. I'm proud of everything that I've done, and so be proud of all the achievements and how far you have come. But now it's almost like you really have to decide: is everything that you've invested in? Is it what you really want to move forward with? Okay, and if it is, hey, that's great. Think about like how you can ascend in that area. All right. Think how you can like make it work in your favor, where everybody's happy and you have this huge, wonderful Ten of Cups moment. All right. But there is going to be something. It's almost like I feel like, did I say earlier, for a lot of y'all, it could even be just something that you've outgrown, but you got the Tower. Okay. And your external factors area. So eclipses are game changers and they are wild cards. And I'm not surprised the Tower came up. And so I don't think you've gotten the Tower in a while, Virgo. But it came in your external factors area. Just know that there is going to be something that is going to be maybe a little rattling. Okay. But what I want you to know about the Tower, even though it looks like crazy and chaotic, the Tower moment, it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Okay. It happens for you. So it definitely seems like something's going to be eclipsed, from your life. But look at your future. You have the Queen of Cups with the Nine of Cups. So, and you want it. You got the Knight of Cups in your crown. So, yeah, it's almost like it's doing you a favor, especially because there's, again, this energy of, some of y'all are trying to force something that may just not be the right thing for you. Okay. And then the Tower moment comes in. It just like, yeah, no, that was not for you. Because remember, this happens for you. Okay. Two things here. One, the Tower is still standing, right? Two, what comes after the Tower? The Star. Hope, your wishes, hopes and wishes, strength, wisdom, healing. And then also, just real quickly, let's call them flashes, okay? You see the 12 flashes over here, and then you see the 10 over here. You see the lightning striking the crown off the Tower. There is constellation, the zodiacs, right? And then the 10 over here. There's 10 we'll call them spheres in the tree of life. And so you add 12 and 10 together, that's 22, right? Not only a master number, but 22 paths in the tree of life. So when I say this is fated, this is fated. It's in, like, you can't avoid it, all right? But again, it happens for you. You may not see it favorably at the time during this week of eclipse, but it's like one of those things where like a day later or 2 days later, or even like a week later or a month later, you have that moment where you're just like, actually, that was the best thing for me, and clarified. It was. You got the Empress, a goddess, and ruled by Venus, which, by the way, is in, you know what I'm going to say, in your sign. So you're good. You're good. Okay. Everything is happening for you. Don't try to force anything. And that's the thing. That's kind of like a message. If you're trying to force something that is not meant to work, or you're, chasing waterfalls or going after things that, probably deep down inside, it's just like, I don't think this is like, you're going to have that terror moment, but it brings you all this abundance and love and money and everything that, Venus represents. You even see the symbol of Venus in the stone-shaped heart there, okay? And 3 is new beginnings, okay? It's the birth of new things. In fact, the Empress is pregnant, so reflecting like that birth of creation, all right? So, this is all about abundance. This is all about living life through passion and pleasure and all those, that feel good energy. Really love that for you. You also got the 8 of Cups. So once again, well, let me just show you here. You do see the eclipse happening in the background. So this can't get any more relevant. All right. So the big thing is, this is the 8 of Cups, which is actually attributed to Saturn and Pisces. And guess where Saturn and Pisces is for you? I've said it before. I'll say it again. Your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Your entire spread here, okay? Your entire spread here. But again, if you are not here for partnerships and relationships, it's really just you and you on your journey and finding that balance in your life and knowing what you want moving forward, okay? But there is going to be some big significant thing that happens this week that's going to affect you, all right? But again, look at this, clarified with the Empress. You got the Queen of Cups clarified with the 9 of Cups. So whatever happens, it's not only for your benefit, it's like the best thing ever. And this is all about moving forward from things that are something's better for you. Lastly, there you go. You got the King of Wands in your final outcome. Hello. Hi, this is great. You are going to be sitting in this throne. The King of Wands, he's like very influential, very inspiring. I always say he's like the Steve Jobs of tarot. He is not sitting in this throne from succession or lineage. He worked his way up. Okay, he worked his way up. The people love him. The very, very fun energy here. He is Leo, by the way, but very transformative, okay? Very transformative energy, especially with this king, all right? You do see the salamanders, all right? Not only in his throne, but also at his foot. So back in the medieval times, they thought salamanders were fireproof. The only animal in the world at that time they thought were fireproof. Wands are fire, right? Creativity, your passions. They're very enlivening. They're invigorating, and also career related too. If you are here for career, but there is almost like a thing that is going to happen where you are. It's almost like you're going to be almost, a lot of y'all are going to be seen in this very influential way. There's still going to be like a little bit of heaviness. There's still going to be a sense of you thinking about what happened in the past, especially with this Tower moment, especially during the eclipse. And it can be like a little, because you got the 9 of Swords, right? And so it can be a little like hard to get over, but then you do. You got the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands, yeah, this is a Sagittarius card. It's actually Mercury in Sagittarius, but what did I say? Like all your Sagittarius energy here. Remember, we are moving into Sagittarius season. This does rule your fourth house of home, family, children, even like your, partner or whatnot. But you see, this is an amazing card. This is everything just moving forward swiftly, fast, in your favor, right? In your favor. And you see they're completely aligned. So everything is starting to align for you. So yeah, there is going to be a moment of, you may have a little bit of like regret. For some Virgos, it could just be a little bit of just a lot going on up here, as in really processing the things that may have happened during the eclipse week. And remember, this eclipse, it's some of you, I did that eclipse video. You may feel it on the day. You may feel it a day before. You may feel it a week before. It may have already happened. You may feel it a week later, but there is definitely something significant that's going to happen that is the best thing for you. Even if you don't see it as that, you eventually will. And then it propels you into this new chapter in your life. So Virgo, this is very interesting because it really is. This eclipse is definitely, in your Taurus is your fellow Earth sign, your BFF there. So it is going to have a pretty big impact on you. But it really is. If there is something that happens that is, again, it may be a breakup. It may be a breakup. It may be a divorce. It may be ending something, outgrowing something. It could there's something ending for sure. 1000% for sure. It may not end the way that you wanted it to end, but then you get over it and you have all this abundance just waiting for you on the other side. And it's going to be moving fast. You're good. You're good. You may, again, in the moment, you may not see it favorably because it is, the tower. But remember, the tower happens for you, not to you. Virgo, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Next week I do, oh gosh, we're in November already. I do your November forecast. So November is going to be, Virgo, let's just say I'll let you know next week. Okay. Let's just say it's going to be very different from October, but I'm going to let you know next week. All right. All right. I also did a 3-month ahead. Just if you want to get a little, like a 3-month ahead video, I'll leave that up somewhere too. Maybe at the end of this, but, that's something you can watch as well, just to get a little idea. But anyway, Virgo, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.